Welcome back to Just a Bit Offside. I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
And it's NFL free agency, and so much has gone on since our last show, which was the franchise tag deadline. So I want to dive in. Let's go. They still have not announced officially what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. However, basically it looks like a deal is in place.
Kinda.
So,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers has not made it official, neither of the Jets, Packers, but basically you can see that this is happening. He is, by the time that we recorded this show, has made a list of demands to the Jets for free agents he would like them to pick up, which include his former Packer teammates, Alan Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, tight end, veteran, who's also being pursued by the Raiders, I believe.
Okay.
And also Randall Cobb, who is 1,004 years old, but the Jets might have to pick him up.
He's a year older than Brady. But again, not a big deal.
I think when Randall Cobb started playing football, they were doing the leather helmets like in the George Clooney movie.
Yeah. That's
I
agreed.
believe that was Randall Cobb's rookie year.
Yeah, he went to college with Rudy.
Yeah, there you go. Notre Dame.
Yeah. And then he wants Odell.
Oh, and Odell Beckham Jr. is on that list of demands of free agents he would like them to acquire. Now, again, none of this is official. These are all speculation, but that's the latest word that we have received prior to recording this show. Now, so that hasn't officially been announced, but because of that, there is so much that everyone else is locking up when it comes to quarterbacks that the Jets, if they don't do this deal, are going to screw themselves harder than Aaron Rodgers does with Hollywood starlets.
True.
Just saying.
They've already made it quite clear that if this falls through, they are just stocking up on running backs.
Oh, and just wildcatting.
Run. They don't have anything. And there's nobody left on the board. But here's my question. Here is my question.
Right.
Nothing against Rodgers. You know I'm a Packers fan.
Yeah.
But I'm ready. I'm ready for Jordan Love. I want to see what he can do.
Yeah.
I like Rodgers. I really do. But here's the thing, Rodgers. No disrespect. True love. Both sides. Listen.
Okay.
You want all these players. No doubt. Yeah. Odell's coming in going, sorry, I'm swinging something here, and I'm getting paid.
He wants money.
He wants money. He's torn his ACL twice in the same
knee.
Same knee.
Yeah.
So he wants money. Great. Mercedes Lewis is going to cost a little bit.
He's a veteran. He could take a veteran minimum.
He's going to cost a little bit. So is Lazard.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb's probably not going to be crazy.
No.
But here's the thing. Rodgers, are you going to restructure your deal so there's more room to bring in these players? Because I don't know where the Jets are going to get the goddamn money to pay all these people.
With the cap. Yeah.
Like, they got to pay all these people.
So that's an interesting point, and maybe he is saying that, and maybe he will take less money if he knows he's on a team that includes these players.
Yeah.
That's possible, because we don't know anything about the Rodgers deal until it becomes official.
What we know is the Rodgers deal is he's due $58.7 or something million this year.
Now, you made a good point about what date about saving on the cap with this deal.
Right. I heard that today from Dan Graziano, was on Dog Day. And I guess, so it's a $40 million cap hit against the Packers if they trade him before June 1st.
Okay.
If they trade him after June 1st, it's only a $15 million cap hit.
Okay.
And then the $25 million, I think, is deferred to the next year.
Gotcha.
So, but that's still a $40 million cap hit if they do the deal now.
Yeah. Now, if they have a deal potentially in place with the Jets, and it's really Aaron Rodgers' decision to go or not, then I don't think the Packers have a choice about that.
Yeah.
But they may not be willing to make all this happen until June. So it might be a while before we hear officially what's going on. But to move along, the Jets are absolutely screwed if they do not get a deal in place with Rodgers, because part of the NFL free agency yesterday, it was announced that Mike White, who has played great, and better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And Mike White is now going to be the backup at the Dolphins in Miami.
He signed a 2-year deal with the Dolphins. He's gone. Yeah.
So he's gone. So honestly, the Jets need to lock in this Aaron Rodgers thing. We don't know when it'll be announced, but if they don't lock it down, they are screwed, because now they're with Flacco and Zach Wilson.
I think they cut Flacco.
Or did Flacco? Yeah, I think maybe he got released.
I think he cut himself.
So right now, Zach Wilson, who horrible ego and play wise. So Mike White to the Dolphins to be Tua's backup. The Dolphins said that they are sticking with Tua. Hopefully he'll be medically good, and they'll need to bolster up the O-line to protect him. He's got to not scramble as much, because if he gets any kind of concussions, he's out of this league.
Yeah.
But then you have yourself a strong backup, which I believe makes Teddy Bridgewater
on the
market.
So that's an interesting. That brings up who's still available, because people are snagging quarterbacks left and right. We can talk about that.
Well, the biggest first free agency announcement at the time of recording, this was yesterday, was Jimmy G.
Jimmy G, and they got him on the cheap.
Yeah, really cheap, cheaper than Derek Carter's getting $150 over 3 with $100 guaranteed.
Yeah.
And how much is Jimmy G?
It was cheap. Was it like
67 and a half?
67, only like 36 million guaranteed or something like that. Anyways, I thought that was a pretty good deal for Jimmy G. I felt like Jimmy G's underrated. So that's great for the Raiders, by the way. We didn't say the Raiders picked him.
Sorry, the Raiders.
And then the Raiders have made some moves since then. They picked up Jacoby Myers from the Patriots, which is a great wide receiver. That's awesome. He was almost getting paid just as much as Jimmy G. And then so Mike White, we already said, went to the Dolphins.
Yeah. What's some of the other Heineke moves?
The Heineke man said, "I'm out of here in Washington," and he's over at the Falcons now. Yeah. So I guess they're going to go with him.
Yeah, because all this is like, okay, well, now Jimmy G's gone. What do we do? So the Falcons were one of the teams rumored about Lamar Jackson, but it looks like, and right after everything happened with the exclusive franchise tag, the Falcons were on the list of team that says we're not going to pursue him. But really, what were they going to do at quarterback? Because they released Mariota. So that to me is like, okay, we're not going to go after Lamar. We're not going to try and match the offer or do the 2 first round picks. And they pick early enough in the draft, but not to get a good quarterback. They'll be gone by then. So it looks like the Falcons are going to roll it with Heineke, who actually played well, and the Commanders.
That was all right.
Yeah, the Commanders had a great season despite everything. So
Falcons have some weapons.
Yeah,
but you're right. They pick number 8, and all the QBs will be gone by then.
They'll be gone.
They'll be gone by then. And then you've also got Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
who signed 2 years with the 49ers.
That actually, we should have kicked off the show with this information that the biggest thing that came out before all the free agency signings was that the Carolina Panthers traded with the Bears.
Oh, yeah. We should have talked about that, too.
For the first overall pick. We should have started with that information because that snowballed everyone into reeling into locking things up because that everyone assumed, everyone and their grandmother thought, if the Bears are going to trade their pick, first overall pick, it would be swapping with Houston, who had the second overall pick. That way, they still get their guy. They're not in the market for a quarterback. They get a bunch of other picks, and they pick whatever player they want in the draft because they know that Houston's going to take Bryce Young. So that was giving the Bears whoever they wanted in the draft. So Carolina snuck up from like the 9th overall.
They were 9th.
Ninth to give another first-round pick next year, a third and a 4th, I believe. And it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, they traded up to take the first overall pick, which means they're going to get Bryce Young. And then the Colts are like, holy shit. What are we going to do? So there's a bunch of other this is a great heavy quarterback draft in the first round. And somebody who was it that did really well at the Combine?
Oh, Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
He's gone up huge. They're saying the Colts are going to go for him.
Yeah, so the Colts will now take him. Houston is I guess Houston will take him, but the Colts will have to take Stroud.
No, for some reason people are saying that they think Houston's big on Stroud.
Really?
That's what they heard. That's what I heard. Yeah.
And I heard.
I mean, again, I don't know.
Richardson was really good at the Combine.
He was amazing. He set records. It was insane. But I heard for some reason Houston's really big on C.J. Stroud.
All right, if they didn't get Bryce Young.
Yeah. Now what we've learned from Houston is everything they do is always wrong.
Make horrible
Hence
decisions.
why they lost the number 1 pick because for some reason they just can't get it right. So whatever they do, trust me, it'll be wrong.
So the Panthers, that is huge news. The Panthers traded up with the Bears to get the first overall pick. They're absolutely taking Bryce Young, which means Houston will be taking second. They're taking a quarterback, and then the Colts at number 4.
Yeah.
People are saying that Will Levis is dropping huge in this draft.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting where he ends up. So a lot of this, got all the wheels spinning for free agency, and people are scrambling. So yes, Atlanta locked up Heineke from the Commanders. It's Mike White's going to the Dolphins as a backup. Sam Darnold is going to the 49ers.
That's interesting because they still have Trey Lance coming back from injury and Brock Purdy coming back from injury.
But they lost Jimmy G to the Raiders. So they had to get something.
So more than likely Sam Darnold's going to start the season.
I would say start, and then it's going to be the guy who ended up getting injured,
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, but no, they have Trey
Lance.
I was talking about Trey Lance, who got injured.
Yeah, but Trey Lance tore his ACL, so I don't know how soon he can come back.
Yeah, so let's say Sam Darnold or Brock Purdy. But if Brock Purdy got you to a Super Bowl, wouldn't you think that Brock Purdy will be the starter until Trey Lance comes back, and Sam Darnold is at this point, veteran backup?
It also depends on where Brock Purdy is on his rehab and stuff, because they have to. He needs surgery on that elbow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That injury. Yeah, so
I don't know where that. I think Sam Darnold's probably going to start the season.
Okay.
More than likely. And then it's going to be whether Trey Lance or Brock Purdy come back, or who knows, so.
But that was part of the free agency. So Sam Darnold not being needed in Carolina anymore. They have another backup, plus now they have the first overall pick. They're going to start Bryce Young.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. There were some other quarterbacks that did not leave teams, but did restructuring their deals.
Yeah, Jameis Winston. Well, Jameis Winston's staying with the Saints to be Derek Carr's backup.
Yeah. They got him for cheap.
Yeah, Josh Allen restructured his deal to be a more cap-friendly deal, which is a big deal because they need a running game, and somebody just became available.
Yeah.
And I think the Bills are going to make a hard push for him.
This was a huge announcement. So there was also Kirk Cousins restructured his deal with the Vikings.
Right, yeah.
But the Josh Allen restructuring his deal to save the Bills some cap space, I think is extremely intriguing, considering that announcement came about 10 minutes after Austin Eckler, the star running back. He's a great receiver too.
He's both. He's great.
Austin Eckler is an amazing, especially like we play fantasy football. Austin Eckler is a beast. So he is asked. He couldn't reach a deal with the Chargers. Asked permission to be traded.
Yeah.
So that announcement came down yesterday. Again, at the time we're recording this. And then about 10 minutes later, the Bills restructured Josh Allen and another player's deal to get more money available for the cap. And I wholeheartely believe they are maybe one wide receiver, although Gabe Davis played really well. But they have, what's his face?
Oh, I got Stephon
Diggs. So I really do feel where they're really lacking is at the running game. If you add Austin Eckler to the Bills, that is huge. That has not been announced. We're just speculating. But Austin Eckler announcing that he wants a trade is pretty big news during free agency.
It'll be interesting to see what he wants in terms of a deal. I think what's working against him right now is that if he wants a long-term deal, these teams do not like giving running backs long-term deals.
No, it's too many injuries.
And you see so many injuries. You're seeing right now what's going on with Ezekiel. Ezekiel's the number 2 paid running back in the league. He's making $12.5 million, and he's not like productive enough for $12.5 million.
Tony Pollard's playing.
Tony Pollard was killing it. Like
with the Cowboys franchise tag last week.
And Eckler,
he's good, man.
I mean, he made $5.5 million last year.
If you offer him
low, that's low for a solid running back. That's low.
Yeah.
The highest is Derrick Henry at $14.5 million. Can't really argue that.
Let's say you offer him 11.
Even 11, I think is high.
Double, right? You offer him 10 to 11 with some incentives.
The running back franchise tag is $10 million.
10.
Yeah. So that's obviously the average is 10. So give him 10.
I would give him 10. He's going to go up from his 5.5. It's clear the Chargers don't want to pay him. And the Bills, if you're clearing cap space, bring in that running back. You need that big time.
Give him 10. Give him 10, give him a 3-year deal, give him 10, that's 30 million. Throw 18, 20 million of it guaranteed. There you go. Boom, boom, boom.
Let's go. Steak dinner.
Let's go. Steak dinner. Let's go to Sizzler.
Let's go to Buffalo Bills.
Let's get this done.
Get some wings.
Let's go.
All right. What else happened during free agency the other day?
The other thing we didn't really
touch on. The Dolphins.
The Dolphins made some moves. The Dolphins got Jalen Ramsey, which is huge.
For nothing.
A
3rd-round pick and a tight end, I believe.
Yeah.
From the Rams. So that is a big deal. They have an insane defense right now.
Yeah.
Their defense is on fire. And I guess if you're the Dolphins and you're seeing what's going to happen with the Jets, you see what's happening with the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
You better... Yeah, you've got to do something.
You got to go.
So they secured Mike White as the backup for Tua, and now they added Jalen Ramsey. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
A lot of people were talking about how his production went down and blah, blah. It's still Jalen Ramsey. Like, I don't care what you say. It's Jalen Ramsey. Yeah. The man is a beast.
And the Dolphins' defensive core, the backs, they're really strong to begin with. So Jalen
Ramsey will shut you down. I don't care who you are. Jalen Ramsey will shut you down. That's all there is to it. So
What else is going on in there? A couple other notable.
Miami signed Raheem Mostert to a 2-year deal. Running back, nothing crazy there.
So the Dolphins locked in their guy. They said Tua's going to start. Hopefully they can keep him healthy with his concussions. And now they have Mike White to back him up. But this is like the quarterbacks available for other teams, especially if the Jets don't lock down Aaron Rodgers. I believe that they will, especially with everything that's going on.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Sounds like it. But if they don't, or other teams like Tampa Bay, the Titans possibly, what are the other quarterbacks that are still available? Because there's not that many.
No. There is Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Who's obviously not on Miami anymore.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Which the Bucks are rumored to be extremely interested in him.
Yeah, and I think Baker would make her actually a really good fit with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah. He'd mix in well with the nightlife too, which is important. You like that South Beach kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess Tampa's not really South Beach. That's more Miami. But Jacoby Brissett.
Okay.
And Carson Wentz?
No, he's done.
Like, who else is out there?
No, Wentz is done. Once he got dropped by the Commanders, I think Wentz is done. Yeah. Maybe Wentz is a backup.
Yeah.
But Wentz is done being a starter in this league.
I don't know. I've also been hearing some rumors, just rumors, that Phillip Rivers is
I heard that too.
He's kind of like,
do I come out of retirement?
I think I can still throw it, I can still sling it,
I don't know. He's probably, here's the other thing. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Phillip Rivers has more kids than Nick Cannon. He's got a lot of kids.
Yeah, he's got his own little league.
Yeah,
like he does the entire
whole field.
His family it fills the whole roster. Even the designated hitter.
So I'm assuming, and as a parent, I'll back him up on this. He probably had a full year of retirement.
Yeah,
and he's like, this is a lot.
Yeah, it's 11 kids.
It's a lot of kids.
He's like, we should sell this script to Disney and let me get back to football. You know.
He's doing another cheaper by the dozen.
Exactly. The Phillip Rivers version.
Yeah. So he's probably like, you know what? I could go back for another year.
I can go back for another year for sure. Absolutely.
At least till half the kids are off to college.
He's like, but it's Houston. I don't care.
But anyway, that's an interesting rumor. As well as there's not a lot of free agents left. So.
I don't know who's left. There's nobody left. There's no one there.
In the draft, everyone's going to get taken in the first 4 to 6 picks. So anyway, very interesting. It's interesting to see where everyone lands, as well as the rest of the free. Like, we're just recording this at this time. There's going to be more free agency announcements in the next day or two. Plus, like you said, the Rodgers thing might be held off until June to save on the salary cap. So that'll be interesting as well. When are they finally going to announce Aaron Rodgers as a New York Jet?
Yeah. And if you're watching this and you're in the New Jersey area, head down to the stadium, because they're going to be selling off memorabilia and things all over the stadium to get a little extra cash. So, because they're going to need cap space.
All of this.
So, go down there. You might get some really cool stuff on the cheap.
You're going to get a game-worn Joe Namath jersey.
Exactly.
For $100.
For $100. Bring cash. They're not taking credit cards.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tell us in the comments, who did the best deal so far for free agency. We want to hear from you. Follow us on Instagram at Just a Bit Offside for more bonus content. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
Peace.